Alrighty, hello everybody. How's everybody doing today, this lovely Friday? Today is Friday, May 15th, 2020. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you all to my first of two full gameplay streams for the day. I hope that you are doing well, you're in good spirits, and you're ready for some fun on stream today. Alright? Only a few minutes late here, starting up the pre-stream. Reason being, if you haven't been following along the fun, the fun, I have been the target of a very malicious party over the last day. Someone who apparently for a while was completely impersonating me and using, I guess, I want to say both Twitter and YouTube. I don't really know the ins and outs of the full situation, but apparently they were impersonating me and trying to get people's content taken down both off of Twitter and YouTube by abusing their DMCA takedown rules. Okay, now, pretty messed up that they would do this, and it's illegal. You can't just impersonate a person doing this. So, you know, eventually people made me aware of what was going on, and I spoke up about it on Twitter to the person who apparently was doing it, saying this is completely illegal, you can't do it, I don't authorize it, stop. And this person basically said, oh, I'm not going to stop, I'll do whatever I want. I said, all right, fine. So I reported the account to Twitter and said, this guy publicly has said he's going to commit crimes, you got to look into this. Well, this guy apparently didn't like that, and now he's coming after my Twitter account. In the last day, I received, at first it was 2, then it was 3, now it's 5 completely falsified DMCA takedowns against my Twitter account at They Call Me DSP. Now, you guys know I've had this Twitter account for almost like 10 years. It's verified. It's what I use every single day for my business purposes to let you guys know what I'm going to be playing here on Twitch, as well as to keep you in the know about stuff going on with gaming and the like. So, pretty important, you know, the Twitter account, that I have a way to talk with you guys without having to turn on a stream or may put out a video. It really is my one direct line of contact with you guys. If I'm sick one day out of nowhere, I let you know on Twitter, oh, sorry, I can't stream today, right? Now, these falsified DMCA takedown requests have been quite interesting. The first one was for my avatar, all right? Now, for those who don't know, my avatar is fan art made by a fan. I think it was about, I want to say around 3 years ago now. They sent it directly to me and said, I give you permission to use my fan art, you know, as your avatar and all of that. So you basically legally own this now. Go ahead and use it however you want. I don't care how you use it. And it was never previously posted anywhere on the internet until I used it on my Twitter. So literally the first time this picture was ever used for my avatar was on Twitter. Okay. Well, this guy put in a false DMCA claim stating, oh, well, Phil stole this from Wikitubia. Yeah, of all places, Wikitubia, right? Which is, as you guys know, if you're not aware, it's one of these public websites that lists information about content creators on YouTube. It owns no content at all. What it actually does, it references pictures and things from other places. It doesn't own any content. So the fact that Twitter is so dumb as fuck to think that this was a legit claim is laughable. But it's just, basically, it's because I would assume it's an automated system. Okay? So that was the first one. So you may have noticed on my Twitter account, I have no avatar. I haven't put another one up. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother. I'll just leave it blank so people can see that this idiot is attacking me. Why not? If anything, that should be my avatar forever. Because that's pretty much the peripheral state of my existence. Dumb fucks just attack me for no reason. Okay? But since then, I have received 4 new falsified DMCA takedowns. Alright? And these are all for, if you can believe it, GIFs. You know, moving pictures that are contained within the Twitter app. So when you go to post a tweet, you have some options. You can attach your own picture. You can attach a picture that's a GIF that's approved and in the app already by Twitter. Or you could quote and you could do other stuff. So 4 of my tweets, all right, that I put up recently, probably in the last week, that all used those GIFs all right, that are in Twitter. They're already in there, approved for use. 4 of my tweets have been hit with false DMCA takedown requests and removed from my Twitter account. Now, the good news here is that it doesn't seem to have had negative effect on the Twitter account at all. Like, it still works. What happens is every time I get one of these, I have to click through to acknowledge that there's a DMCA takedown, and then I'm able to use my account again. So it doesn't seem to be a giant issue. But what I'm worried about is obviously these things are stacking up. And what happens if, you get a certain amount and then maybe your account gets locked or suspended, or you know what I mean? Now, I'm assuming that the people at Twitter are not this dumb, and they're not going to permanently lock my Twitter account for completely falsified claims against me, especially because we've got a malicious party who publicly stated on Twitter they were going to do this. Like, they outright said, I'm going to do this now, and then they did it. All right, so it's like, we know who's doing it. It's not, you'd have to be brain dead stupid to not know what's going on here. But what I'm hoping is that that won't happen. I mean, it's stupid that Twitter is an automated system and they're taking down all this stuff on my account for no reason. At the same time, as long as I could keep using my Twitter, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Pretty messed up. Okay. So that's the extent of it so far. This guy, in his falsified DMCA takedown requests, has impersonated the staff of Comedy Central, someone who works for Square Enix America, and someone who's on the production team of SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not even kidding you. He impersonated all these people, breaking the law every single time that this person did this. So, I guess we're going to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that this is just a stupid thing that doesn't really affect anything, That would be ideal if, for all this nonsense going on, that it's just, it's just white noise and it doesn't really affect things long term. But I don't know. It would really suck if my Twitter account gets lost. Now, because of all this going on, all right, I have created an alternate Twitter account, a backup one. So that way, if my full-on Twitter account, at They Call Me DSP, and the one I've used for 10 years, gets suspended or shut down because of this nonsense, I will have a backup to talk to you guys, okay? It's at me_DSP2. No, I did not choose that name. Twitter now does not allow you to choose your Twitter name anymore. They just make a new one for you. I guess if you have clout, like if you have a big following, you could probably contact them and get it changed, but they just made that one up for me. So, please follow that and you'll see it's been, no, that's not at Albus Carolus. That's wrong. It's at me_DSP2. Here, I will type it into the chat. Here is the new Twitter. There it is. I just typed it into the chat, guys. So if you're in the stream chat right now and you definitely follow that if you haven't. If you follow my regular Twitter, you're going to want to follow the backup because I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I don't know if like I said, if my regular account gets shut down or whatever. What can I do, right? So it is what it is. It sucks. More nonsense from criminals on the internet. Whatever. It's just another day for me. It really is just another day. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, let's hope that this is just baloney and this will blow over and it's not going to be a big deal. Right now, it's really not a big deal. I'll be honest. It's really not a big deal. But we've seen in the past years with things like YouTube and stuff, how this thing can compile and become really bad. And that's obviously not what I want to happen here. So hopefully this is a situation that will not become a bigger one. Okay. So there you go. Thank you guys for listening on that nonsense. That's why I was late. I was actually, basically I was doing counterclaims, because what it is, when you get a DMCA claim, you got to counterclaim it and say, nah, this is bullshit. If this guy really wants to do anything with it, take me to court and somehow prove that you are who you say you are, which of course this person cannot do because they're lying. So, yeah, that's the deal. I just have counterclaimed them all, and I'm just waiting on resolution. The thing is, Twitter's quick to strike you with the DMCA takedown, but apparently they're not very quick to respond to a counterclaim, because it's been 24 hours on some of these, and I've gotten no response yet. So there you go. All right. So enough of that nonsense. All right. Let's now talk about what I'm doing today. Today, folks, we are doing a new game, Daymare 1998. All right. This is a game that recently was released on consoles. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and it's a survival horror game. And people were interested because, number one, it's a survival horror game. You guys really seem to like when I play survival horror games. And, you know, right now we're in a unique time. There's no new releases going on right now. Major ones anyway. So people were like, this would be a good time for you to like do a little bit of variety and kind of jump in there with something different. Now, originally I was going to play this game, but it's $40 on PlayStation 4. And I heard some pretty bad things about it. Like, I heard this is a really bad port, that the graphics can get really choppy and low frame rate. The controls can be incredibly delayed. And basically, it seems like a botched port in a lot of places. Okay? Now, because of that, I said I wasn't going to play it. But during my day off on Tuesday, a fan contacted me and was like, you know, I'd really like to see you play it regardless, even if it's not that good. It's something different rather than jumping from one RPG to another, because the only alternative was to play Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is the next viewer's choice playthrough that will happen. But, you know, I just finished Final Fantasy VII. Before that, I had played 2 other RPGs. And basically this person was like, listen, I'd love to see you do a little bit more variety. So I'll gift you Daymare. I'll just give you the game. Okay? So I said, all right, if you're going to gift it to me, fair enough. Then I guess I'll play it. Okay? Now, I just want you guys to know something. I'm not committing to beating this game. All right? I'm not. This was gifted by a fan. The fan's aware of that this is something that I'm going to try today, and we'll see how it is. If the game ends up being so incredibly shitty, right? So bad that I just don't want to play it anymore, I'm just not going to play it anymore. But at least we're going to get to see firsthand what it is. All right? For what I'm to understand, the game is only 6 to 8 hours long, much like the original Resident Evil games. And it's funny that I bring that up, because guess what? This game was originally a fan-made remake of Resident Evil 2. It was like fan service where they were taking modernized graphics and modernized gameplay elements and taking Resident Evil 2 and making it a modern game. They were doing this as a fan project for many years, but during that time frame, Capcom decided, because this was being made and people seemed to be excited for it, they were going to officially remake Resident Evil 2. And as you guys know, last year, Capcom released their own version of the Resident Evil 2 remake to great critical acclaim and much profit. So, the makers of this fan-made Resident Evil 2 remake said, well, we already put all this time and effort into what we were doing. Instead of just throwing it all away, why don't we make our own game with the assets we already have? And that's exactly what they did. They made Daymare 1998, and that's what this game is. All right? So, I would assume this game is going to have some very similar aspects to the Resident Evil franchise, considering they took a lot of the elements from that franchise, from their remake, to make this game. All right? So, I guess we'll see, as we play along here, you know, what exactly the game is, how similar it is, etc. I don't even know if there's zombies in this game or if it's just monsters. Like, I don't know what the horror aspect of the game even is, because I haven't seen a single clip of the game. I'm serious. I haven't looked at it at all to know anything about it. So, you know, I don't know what to expect here today. It's just, I'm going in completely blind, and it should be exciting either way. If the game ends up being entertaining, you know, and not so bad, then it should be a fun survival horror playthrough. If the game ends up being so bad, you know, then I guess that's okay too. Because again, I didn't, for number one, thank God I didn't drop money on it, right? And number 2, it's just kind of a testing stream. We'll see if it's any good. If you guys like watching me play it, and if it's great or if it's entertaining to us, I'll play it again in a couple days. I've heard it's short, so at most I would think it would take me 3 streams to beat it, if not 2. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear, okay? So I don't know what to expect. We'll find out right now, like literally right now on stream, okay? All right, so that is the main gameplay stream for today. Now, later tonight, it will be my weekly Throwback Street Fighter stream. This is when, for 2 hours, I sit down with classic Street Fighter like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I do some throwback online gameplay. I love doing this, despite the fact that this collection leaves a lot to be desired and has a lot of lag. I still enjoy playing this collection every week, and you guys seem to really enjoy the fact that I like old school Street Fighter, and I'm pretty good at it. I'm not amazingly good at Third Strike and Alpha 3, but I am pretty damn good at Street Fighter 2, so you guys seem to love it. It's going to be later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Time, 2 hours of Throwback Street Fighter fun that I hope you will join me for right here on stream, okay? Tomorrow, we will return back to Banjo-Tooie, which I'm in the midst of Grunty Industries, and I got a lot of new abilities. I have the ability to walk up walls, as well as the ability to super jump with Kazooie, which looks like it's going to open up a lot of new areas and things for us in this Grunty Industries world. All right, so we shall see how that pans out tomorrow. We got a lot to do. In fact, I got to fly around the factory on the outside, which I believe not only will there be a boss fight, supposedly, but also there's going to be like a window I can fly in that's going to let me lower a platform so I can do the final rabbit who has a dirty outfit. I can wash the outfit as a washer and get my reward for that. I know this sounds really weird, but this is what the game is. And then I've got a mini game that I can do with Kazooie and move around faster as Kazooie to beat this mini game. It's probably another reward. So there's a lot left to do in Grunty Industries before we move on, okay? So that should be fun tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be my chill Animal Crossing stream, 2 hours of relaxing fun. And KK Slider will be on the island to play us some music, which is always fun. And, you know, just among just kind of chilling and having a good time. So I hope you guys will join me for that. Sunday, more than likely, it's going to be Daymare 1998 again. If this game does not suck so hard that I absolutely want to quit it, then we're going to be checking out more Daymare on Sunday. Okay? And then Sunday night, it will be my weekly Morrowind stream. Last week, we went side questing in Morrowind, doing a lot of stuff for the Thieves Guild. It ended up being pretty entertaining and fun, and I think I'm going to probably continue on with that this week. We'll see what else happens. Monday, it's a big day, guys. On Monday, I hope you'll join me for some really chill gaming. Here's why. Because on Monday, Minecraft is going mainstream. That's right, because we all know that Minecraft is such like a niche title. It's a game that almost no one's heard of, and that's why I only play it once a week as a late night stream. Because, you know, my main viewing audience really isn't interested in such a very, you know, nuanced title that no one's ever heard of. Yeah, right. No, the truth of the matter is, once a week I play Minecraft as a chill late night stream. Okay? Okay. And here's the thing. I really enjoy doing Minecraft as a weekly late night stream, but I'm pretty backlogged on stuff that I want to do in the game. First of all, I'm in the midst of 2 building projects. And there's a possible third one we're going to be starting up. Obviously, I need more time to work on those. In addition, there's been some projects that I need to work on. For example, reorganizing my inventory. My inventory now is a horrendous mess. Nothing is organized properly. I'm out of space. It's just not a good situation. All right. So we're facing a situation where I need to basically spend extra time playing Minecraft to make sense of it. Because if I don't, it's just going to be chaotic and the streams aren't going to be as good. So for the rest of the month of May, my Monday's streams are going to be Minecraft as the major stream. I know that's very different from what I was doing previously. It's going to basically almost double up on the amount of Minecraft gameplay that I'm going to be doing, okay? So, let's see. Let's see what happens with the main Minecraft stream on Monday. I'm hoping that we have a lot of fun with it. Keep in mind, it's going to be a lot more relaxed and chill than a main playthrough stream. So it should be fun, a lot of interaction, a lot of good times. Monday night, I'm going to be doing more Super Mario Maker 2 because I played this, what was it, Wednesday night? And you guys really seemed to like it. Number one, I did a wide variety of stages, including challenging stages, speed runs, casual runs, music stages. And everyone who was here live loved it. They were like, wow, this is really refreshing and different. You should do more of it. Now, I discovered the world creation tool and the fact that people had made their own Super Mario worlds at the very tail end of that stream Wednesday night. So what I'd like to do on Monday is actually maybe play through a couple of viewer or not fan created, not from me, but I mean of the game, like user, that's what I meant to say, user created worlds, and see what those are, and of course maybe just do more random stuff on Monday night, okay? So it should be fun. It should be interesting, and I hope you guys will join me again Monday night for that. Will this be the last Mario Maker 2 stream? I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's likely, more than likely. I'm not going to continue to play Super Mario Maker at length. It's just going to be a couple of streams of me messing around with it as a kind of a last hurrah, because Nintendo announced it's basically done now. This was their last content update, and they're not doing anymore. So maybe one more stream. We'll see how it goes, okay? Tuesday, I'm off. All right? So I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday. I will return on Wednesday. What am I doing on Wednesday? Honestly, that depends on how things go this weekend with Daymare. Maybe I'll need one more stream to finish up Daymare on Wednesday, in which case that's what Wednesday would be. And then Wednesday night, what am I going to be doing? Well, honestly, I think I want to start up something new. So it's probably either going to be Modern Warfare 2 Remastered or Streets of Rage 4. I'm debating which one to start this week as the late night random stream, but I think... all right, I'm not going to say nothing because I am leaning towards one, but I'm going to listen to you guys and your feedback over the weekend to try to determine what I do Wednesday night. Thursday, more Banjo-Tooie, and Thursday will be Animal Crossing. And then Friday, we're going to see, because if I finished Daymare, then more than likely Friday, I am finally going to start up Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay, so it's a week delayed after when I originally said I was going to start it. But I promised you guys we were going to do it, and I'm going to do it. All right, so that'll be coming up probably Friday of, next week. Okay? And there you go. And of course, all this can change. We don't know what's going to happen between now and then. There are big new releases coming out in late May, including at the end of the month, we've got the Mortal Kombat expansion Awakening, which has multiple new characters as well as a big story added to the game. I'll be doing that. I'll be playing through that. In addition, apparently there's a new Minecraft dungeon game. It's like a dungeon crawler with Minecraft elements. And that's coming out at the end of May. So yes, I'm probably going to check that out too. So it's likely that in the next 2 weeks or so, as I continue to play games like Banjo, that maybe I'll get to the end, and once that wraps up, we're going to have new games that are going to take over, you see? So there you go. That's what I'm planning on doing, for the rest of the month. And of course, like I said, on the fly, things can change. You never know. These days, with the rate that stuff's going in the world and the way that games are just releasing kind of, willy-nilly out of nowhere, with little to no notice, we'll see what happens and go from there. But that's the deal. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I hope you guys will continue to come and tune into my streams and check out. And thank you for that. Thank you for coming and supporting the streams and everything. All right. Now, excuse me. Man, let me clear my throat. Hold on a second. I'm going to mute the mic because this is really bad. All right, that's better. So, ladies and gents, a few other things about this month. First of all, we have a monthly subscription goal that has been set up. 725 subs. All right, we hit that during the month of May. The retrospective marathon will happen. That means you guys will have the opportunity to nominate your favorite moments from my almost 12 years as a content creator. All right? And that's awesome. I know you guys will be excited for that. I love doing this event. You guys tell me it's one of your favorite things that I do. But we need to get subs in here. Right now we're at around 630. And we need like 100 more. Like, no lie. The subs have to step up this month if we're going to hit this goal. All right? Now, please understand, I'm not complaining at all. You guys have been incredibly supportive in the last month and a half. Incredibly supportive. I am not complaining in any way, shape, or form about the level of support that I've gotten here on stream. It's been outstanding. But I'm just saying this is something you guys wanted. You wanted me to do a sub goal for this month, so I brought it. Here we are halfway through the month, and we are pretty much a far away, pretty far away from hitting this goal. All right. So what do you get for subscribing? Number one, you get over 30 emotes here on Twitch. Pretty damned awesome, all the emotes you get on my Twitch channel. Number two, you get a chat crown to show how long you've been a supporter. All right, that's really neat. And you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them. Not to say that that's a big deal, because I only take one ad break a stream anyway, but just throwing that out there that is one of the features as well. Okay, so pretty good. I certainly hope you guys will consider subbing if you haven't. Maybe if you want to support the channel, you'll gift some subs. You can gift subs anonymously. Many ways that you can support that goal and make it happen by the end of this month. All right. Now, in addition, guys, we are at an unprecedented 80. That's 80 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal and continued the vest streak, because I put on my vest in celebration of hitting the tips goal. That's insanity. That is wild. That was never expected. Yet, here we are. All right? So that being said, all right, thank you for all of that support. That is amazingly outstanding of the level of support you guys have given me, and I'm very, very grateful for that. If it continues, all right, on the 100 vest streak, it's going to trigger a celebratory event, because I did the math, and if we continuously hit these streaks, it'll actually be a week from this coming Monday that will hit the 100 vest streak. And if we do that, then I will be on that Wednesday when I return from my break doing a special celebratory event. Okay? First of all, I don't know what I'm going to be doing or playing. I'm thinking maybe we could just have a segment where I kind of hang out and talk with you guys, but also some gameplay if you guys want some gameplay. I don't know what kind of gameplay you would want during that stream. But I'm open to suggestions of what I should do that day as something special, okay? In addition, that day, I will be doing a live episode of DSP Tries It, something you guys have asked me to bring back for years. I have not done a DSP Tries It in over 2 years. I believe the last episode that I did, I take that back, it was a year and a half ago. I think I did like a burger or something for Halloween. And that was the last episode I did, was like a Halloween episode of 2018. So a year and a half since I did a DSP Tries It episode. Excuse me. Now, this will obviously be a live streaming episode. I'll be doing it on the stream, okay? And we already talked about what it's probably going to be. It's going to be what's it called, a papadilla or something. It's basically a sandwich, a foldable sandwich from Papa John's. You guys have seemed to say that that's what you would want me to do, so probably that's what I'm going to be doing, all right? But in addition, I'm hoping to maybe have some other stuff too. I don't know. I have to see what happens the next 2 weeks and what's available. But I'll let you guys know, obviously, what happens with this. But it should be cool. Please let me know. What would you like me to do for the 100 Vest celebration? In particular, what do you want to see me do on stream? What kind of games, maybe, do you want to see me play? Is there a game that I played recently that I didn't play enough of, or there wasn't a mode that I played that maybe you would want to see me play? Things that come to mind, maybe Doom Eternal's multiplayer, maybe Resident Evil Resistance multiplayer again, stuff like that. Maybe you just want to see me do some throwback Street Fighter, because it's so random and rage-inducing. I don't know. I don't know what you guys want. Do you want to see me actually go back to stupid Warzone, which I don't like, but I would consider, if for this special event, if you want to see me do Warzone Battle Royale, I would do it. These are all possibilities. Code Vein is not a possibility. Code Vein can go to holy hell and suck a big one. I'm not I'm not buying a shitty game to play it for an hour during this marathon or this event. That's not happening. Okay? Okay. So, ladies and gents, let me know what you want to see in the 100 game celebration, or the 100 stream streak celebration, excuse me. Okay? All right. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and it's coming up. It'll be around the end of this month, actually. Pretty special. All right. All right. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, hold on a second, because now it might be a new release day. Oh shit. I didn't even think about this. It might be a new release day. Um, in which case that's okay. I guess we can delay it. Let me see here. We can delay the new release. Yeah, you know what? So May 25th would be the day that we hit the 100 vest streak. I'm off on the 26th, which is Tuesday. The celebratory event would be May 27th. All right. But I think both the Mortal Kombat DLC and the Minecraft Dungeon Crawler come out that week. But I don't know what dates. I don't know if it's the 28th. If it's the 28th, that's fine. Because that means we can do the celebratory event on the 27th. And the 28th, we do the new stuff. But I don't know what day. Well, shit. I guess we might have to delay the new releases. I honestly think that number one, people who are all about fighting games are gonna play that shit on launch day. Even I'm not gonna be here. And number two, you guys are gonna check that stuff out regardless. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to. You're like, oh, I need to watch Phil play it immediately the moment it releases. You guys aren't like that. You know, the YouTube audience used to be like that. My YouTube audience used to always be, you got to play it immediately. You got to do it right the hell away. And I was like, damn, I had to go get these games as soon as possible to put up that day one launch day content, But it seems like you guys are a lot more chill and you're a lot more, you're a lot more in tune with me as a content creator and a person. Do I want to play this Mortal Kombat DLC? Hell yeah, I do. I really like the story of the Mortal Kombat games. Am I desperate to play it at the moment it releases? No, I'm not. Not anymore. That's old Phil. That's my old content creation method for YouTube. I don't really care about that shit anymore. So, hopefully you guys would understand if I start it like on Thursday because I'm not here Tuesday and on Wednesday we're doing a vest celebration. You know what I mean? Or maybe that Wednesday night we could start it up and then Thursday we play it fully or something. I don't know. Okay? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And we'll go from there. But yeah. All right. I digress. By the way, guys, I've now talked for 32 minutes. And I haven't done a single gratuitous plug if you haven't noticed. So I'm not going to do a full plug segment today. It's already 11:20 a.m. There's no way I'm doing a full plug segment today. It's just not going to happen. All right. What I will say is I'm grateful for any contributions that come in on stream. Please understand that contributions are not mandatory. I'm streaming for free here on Twitch and always will. And I hope that you guys know that I'm here to hang out with you guys and have fun with games. It's not about making a paycheck. But if you guys can contribute and you want to see the Vest Street continue, please do contribute today. I appreciate that greatly. All right. And you guys know I have a Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. And you guys know I have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise. You can find all that information here. If you contribute during the stream, I'm going to give you a shout out, a live shout out to say thanks. As long as you keep your message in line with everything going on, on the stream. As long as you don't derail the stream, you don't do an insulting message or something like that, right? There's a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen that tracks top tipper and top cheerer of the stream. It's a way for you to get recognized for your contributions. There's 2 other leaderboards integrated into Twitch itself that track top cheerer of the week as well as top subscription contributor of the week. Someone who gifts subscriptions. And so I will give those people a shout out in a morning here too. In a minute here too is what I meant to say. What's the best way to contribute to the stream? I'll tell you, it's tipping me. When you tip me, those are funds I get immediately to put towards important things. I already just mentioned in the next week I'll probably be buying 2 new games. I've got bills coming up that I need to pay. Groceries, taxes, lots of stuff behind the scenes, and your tips help with all of that. So I certainly hope that you guys will consider tipping me if you can today. I would appreciate that. And by the way, also, if you tip me, we'll keep the tips goal going. We'll keep this tips streak continuing, and we'll be able to put on the vest to celebrate and, pushing ever towards the 100 stream, goal. All right? Now, you can tip me either by clicking on the tips jar button that's below my stream here on my Twitch channel page, or you can actually just type !tip into the stream chat. Either way, you get to my PayPal tips page. On that page, you can either use a registered PayPal account to tip me, or you can, my nose itches. You can either use a registered PayPal account to tip me, or you can use a debit or credit card, much like you would make any other payment on the internet. If you don't see that option, it's probably because you're not on the fully loaded desktop version of the site where you need to be in order to see that option. So if you're on a mobile device, you're like, I don't see a way I could tip with my credit card here. Load the full version of the site and you should be able to see it, okay? All right. As a public service announcement, I want you guys to be protected on the internet, and so I give a couple pieces of advice every stream. First of all, strongly recommend that you turn off your direct messages, or at least your open direct messages here on Twitch. Sadly, tons of people use these for malicious purposes like online harassment and or scamming and doxing. They're trying to get your information. So please, do your best to, protect yourselves. There's actually an option on Twitch to make it only people on your friends list can send you a direct message. If you're going to leave them on, I strongly recommend that's what you use to protect yourself. Now also, please understand that there are malicious people on the internet that get pleasure out of hurting other people anonymously just because they get away with it, all right? That's why do you think right now my Twitter account is being attacked by false DMCA takedown claims, right? This person doesn't get anything out of it. They're just a malicious a-hole, and they think that it's valid to do this. There's tons of people like this on the internet, all right? And with the amount of public information most of us have on the internet, just on social media, things like your friends and your family members, maybe where you work and the places you hang out, things you like and dislike, that's all easily information that could be used against you in a very negative way for online harassment, okay? So, if you're thinking of contributing to my stream or anybody's stream today, I strongly recommend that you guys protect yourselves, all right? That you hide your identity. For example, if you're going to cheer today, you can cheer anonymously. You can gift subs anonymously, and no one knows it's you. If you're going to tip me today, you could say anonymous tipper, or you can make up a name completely that has nothing whatsoever to do with your online persona or your online social media accounts, and that way no one can tie that to you and try to harass you for it. See what I mean? I always recommend this because I hear stories of, sadly, people who, get harassed online for simply watching a stream or being a contributor, and I don't want that to happen to my viewers. So please be diligent and do what you can to protect your identity. Okay, guys? All right. Now, all that being said, we also have rules on the stream, okay? I like to make, first of all, I'm streaming on twitch.tv, and that means I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch. I have to do what they say as a business. Please understand I can't just say and do whatever I want on my streams. But in addition to that, all right, I have my own set of rules that I enforce on the stream that I feel make this a more positive and fun place to be. My mentality is that I want to have a chill vibe when I'm streaming and everyone's tuning in. What that means is I want to have a place that's positive and fun. That it's about watching me play games, seeing my honest reaction to the game, interacting with me a little bit, interacting with the stream viewers a little bit, and just basically being able to unplug from all of those stresses that we all have in real life right now, especially right now with the pandemic. We all have insanely added stress, trying to stay healthy, caring for our friends and family members. A lot of us are, stuck at home, and I understand that, all right? I want this to be a place where we can unplug from all that stress and just have a good time and keep all that toxicity and negativity outside of the streams. That's why I have these rules in effect. So let's talk about them. First of all, we don't talk about politics or religion as topics of discussion on the stream because in the 12 years that I've been a content creator, I have found that these are incredibly derailing topics that just get people angry with each other and get into arguments. It's sad, but it's just the truth. If we're playing a game that has political or religious overtones or it's part of the plot, that's different because that's in context to the game we're playing, and obviously that's on topic. But just derailing the stream talking about politics or religion is not allowed. Okay, I hope you guys understand that. In addition, I have extended, sorry, my neck, I had to crack it. It was feeling very stiff and I cracked it. Okay, in addition, I've extended this rule to also cover the discussion of COVID-19 and the pandemic. We're all aware this pandemic is happening. It's constant bombardment of information about it every moment when we're outside of things like the stream. The last thing we need to do is make this entire stream about discussion about it as well. even though I'm not going to outright ban discussion of the biggest thing going on in the world right now, at the very same time, you guys have to understand that there are people who are coming to this stream to unplug from that toxicity and that negativity and to say, I just want to relax. And if we're all talking about COVID-19 constantly, it's going to derail those efforts, all right? So please understand that and don't make the open discussion on the stream all about it. Please respect people who are here to just relax, okay? Now, in addition, I've already mentioned, guys, that there are people on the internet who get some kind of sick, dark pleasure out of hurting others just because they can do it and get away with it. I know that's messed up. I agree with you that it's messed up because I'm not like that. But sadly, people like that have latched onto me over the years, and a lot of them make a living or just, have popularity on the internet based on just basically shitting on me every single day. I'm well aware these people exist. I don't care. I don't talk about their content on my streams. We don't directly address these people because I feel that is counterproductive to anything that we do on my streams. There's nothing I can do about these people. They will continue to exist, probably as long as I exist. And mentioning that stuff on my stream is bad for two major reasons. The first is you're derailing the positivity of the stream. We're all here to have fun with games. We don't want to hear about some asshole insulting me or what the new insanely stupid conspiracy theory about me is. Nobody cares. Okay? So that's why we're not going to talk about that stuff on my streams. But in addition to that, it would basically give undue attention to those people. They don't deserve to have people who don't know who they are go and watch their toxic stuff. We don't want that. So that's why we don't mention it. It's against the rules. I hope you guys understand that. We keep stuff positive around here. Fair enough? Okay. So, let us now get to the third and final segment of my pre-stream, which is the shoutouts, where I say thanks to all of you who contributed. We update the leaderboards a bit, and essentially, we have some fun discussion before I jump into a game. Okay? K Styles, 1998, has resubscribed to the channel for 42 months in a row overnight. Thank you, K Styles, for nearly, at this point, 4 years of support. It's 3.5 years of support right there. Thank you, K Styles. The first cheerer of the day was Cold Zero. He says, I'm getting a strong vibe. More like an urge to simp for you. Will that be okay? I don't even know what that means. I guess it's some new lingo. Simp. I don't know what that means. So I'm certainly not going to say yes. I'm going to say no, because I don't know what it means. But thank you for the cheer. Amazing GT23 subscribed to the channel for 25 months. And thank you very much, Amazing GT, for over 2 years of support. Hopefully you have a good time on the stream. Alrighty Kevin, which obviously is a spin on one of my detractors, Almighty Tevin, did a 1500-bit cheer, and he says, big ups for standing up against actual criminals like Superhound Media. You're a good dude. No one can take that away from you. Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you for the cheer. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Okay, there we go. Is that? Yes. Good. Yeah, and I've said this over the years, but I guess people just don't believe me. I don't do that stuff. I don't do takedown notices. I don't bother with that. I'm a positive person who's just going to make positive content every day. I guess there have been people who've impersonated me over the years, and people blame me, and I'm like, it's not me. I keep telling you guys, I've never done this. I don't do this. I don't do takedown notices or takedown requests. I put out, stuff myself that's positive content every day. That's all I focus on, period. So now this person apparently has been doing it en masse in my name. I had to speak up and say, no, that's not me, and it ain't right, and stop it. I will always do that. I'll always stand up and do the right thing. That's the kind of person I am. I would feel morally obligated to do so. Even though the people who were negatively affected were well known as my detractors, I still got to step up and call, wrongdoing when I see it. So, the Grease Man tipped me $1.30. He says, put on two vests, put one over the other. You'll double the tips goal in one stream. Well, there you go, the Grease Man. What a great suggestion. All right, let me get the Grease Man. It's the first tip of the day, so let's get Grease Man up here on the leaderboard. Well, since it looks like Washington State is not going to open up in the next 2 weeks, for me to be able to go out and look at stores for another vest. More than likely, I am going to start looking online for one because I know you guys want another vest for variety and for fun. And I can't do that right now because I can't go out and buy one. You know, the few stores that are open, like, you know, a grocery store that just happens to have clothing or Walmart or Target, they don't have that kind of stuff. It's not in season. So I might have to go look online elsewhere. Last Rambo did a 50-bit cheer. He said, will you be more lenient on this game since it was only made by 10 people? Well, I'm aware. Like I said, this was a fan game. Like, this was a fan-made game. And then it ended up becoming something that it wasn't intended to be because they had to shut down what they were doing because of a cease and desist by Capcom. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to be a lot more lenient judging this game versus a game that's, let's say, a AAA studio. At the same time, this game costs $40. So if I feel that this game does not have enough content or is not operational enough to warrant a $40 price tag, I'm definitely going to call it out. You know, you guys know me. I'm a fair and honest guy when it comes to judging these kind of games. I don't pull punches, but at the same time, I'm not going to be super unfair, over the top negative about a game just to get some kind of, you know, attention. I'm going to be honest with you guys about what I feel about the game as I play it, okay? The Real Spoony one tipped me $1.30. He says, I'm watching an old condo tour you did in 2013. You had a Machinima hoodie. Do I still have it? And can we get a hoodie goal on the stream? I can tell you this. I had it for a very long time. Oops, it's supposed to be $2 in tips, not 12. I had it for a very long time. I know that because I remember keeping it, and then when I moved, I still had it. All right. But at this point, I don't know if I still have it because I'm thinking I cleaned out my closet at one point since, you know, my wife moved in with me over 2 years ago. I think I cleaned out my closet and might have gotten rid of it. I'm not 100% on that. I'd have to confirm what I actually have, but I'm almost positive that I got rid of it. But maybe I didn't. Maybe when Machinima went out of business, on a whim, I kept it just to say I kept it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to check on that. But I, you know, can't answer that right now. Hodor Targ did a 55-bit cheer and became the top cheerer. And basically he's bringing up drama stuff. Oh, no, he's not the top cheer. What am I talking about? We got a 1,500-bit cheer. I'm an idiot. So he brings up some drama stuff, but I think he's making positive points about it, so I will bring it up, okay? So he says, I've noticed many things that are very over-exaggerated about you. Like, first of all, people say you never do interviews, but you did 2 recently. Number 2, you don't forgive people, but yet it seems like you've forgiven that lawyer dude. Number 3, you're bad at games, but you've beaten all the Dark Souls games, you know, legitimately over time. And number 4, you're too old, despite you have superior Italian genes. Now, obviously, that one's some kind of a joke. Is there any other misrepresentation that bothers you greatly? Geez, let's see. The only thing I can think of that I think is absolutely ludicrous. There's 2, okay? There's 2 things that people always say about me that are so stupid. The first is that I was never good at Street Fighter. That Phil always lies. The only version of Street Fighter he ever did good at was this one-off console version that wasn't the accurate version of the game that when he played it at EVO, and therefore everything he's ever done since then is invalid. It's like, all right, if you just look at the EVO where I got 4th place and I was the top-ranking US guy in Super Turbo, you could argue that that version of Super Turbo was not a good version. Fair enough. But what about EVO East 2006 that I won? What about EVO East 2007 that I won? What about all the tournaments that I attended between 2005 and 2007 where I was either a top placer or I won? All right. And by the way, those tournaments were on console versions. Those tournaments were on arcade cabinets. Those tournaments were on all different versions of Super Turbo. Okay. But that's the thing. They say, oh, there's one thing that people infamously complain about, that it was not an accurate version of Super Turbo. Therefore, everything Phil's ever done in Street Fighter is completely negated. Even though those results are all public, there's video results of it online. It completely invalidate all of that, right? And I'll tell you guys, listen. I'm not the best. I never was. All right? I never absolutely 100% won everything. I don't think I've ever claimed that. But I certainly was good. And for about 2 to 3 years, I was a big shot in the Street Fighter community where I was running major tournaments on the East Coast. I was a top player in Super Turbo, and I was respected by most on the East Coast of the United States. And in a lot of other places too. I was going to tournaments and people would be like, wow, Phil's coming. This is cool. We're going to have a top ST player coming to represent at our tournament. And they would like that they get, variety of representation at a tournament. It wasn't like today where things are very different with sponsorship or whatever. It was actually like you'd be excited when a top player or a known player was coming to your event to give it more notoriety. Okay. So, that does irk me a bit. Because obviously you guys watch my Street Fighter streams every week. You just by watching me play Street Fighter 2, I know what I'm doing. And obviously I'm pretty good. And the idiots that are just so dumb, the mouth-drooling idiots who just, oh, well, Phil just sucks at every fighting game ever. He says he's good, but obviously that's not true because he played an invalid version of Super Turbo at EVO. It's like, the fuck does that have to do? Even if you wipe out the one thing, there's 3+ years of evidence showing I was a top player, but you just want to ignore it all because you're dumb. Right? The other thing I would say is, again, the complete idiots where they think that for some reason I rage quit a ton of games. Like you guys know who've been around my streams, I almost never rage quit anything. Right? Like, I'll get angry at a game. I'll swear at the top of my lungs. I'll blame the game. I'll blame everything but myself. But in general, I'll persevere and I'll continue on and I will beat that game. Rage quit is actually a very rare thing for me. And what's funny is there are people out there who don't know that. They actually genuinely think that Phil is an infamous rage quitter, even though I almost never rage quit anything. In fact, 12 years I've been a content creator. Hundreds of games that I've played and completed. I would love for someone to actually go through my history and pick out the games that I did genuinely rage quit. Not, oh, I quit because no one cared about the game anymore and it was boring, but I got angry at the game and I didn't like it and I rage quit it because of it. All right? I would genuinely like someone to go through my history and tell me out of the hundreds of playthroughs that I've done, how many genuinely I've rage quit. Because I would guess that the percentage is quite low. All right. The thing is, some of the things that I've rage quit over the years, including my first run of Dark Souls, my first run of Scarface, even though obviously I went back to those games later and I did complete them, people still just remember the rage. Right? That's what stands out. Not the fact that Phil went back and beat those games later, and corrected that failing, but the fact that Phil failed to begin with. That's all people talk about, right? So those are, I would say, were the two things that frustrate me in general. Things that people kind of pass around as fact that aren't. All the other stuff is just, it's nonsense anyway. Like, oh, Phil's a scammer and Phil's a thief and Phil's this and that. It's all nonsense based on conspiracy theories and speculation, and there's never been any evidence of that shit. You know what I mean? So there's not much I could. Am I annoyed by that shit? Sure, but I don't think that people with an intelligent mind believe it. That's just cultish, dumb sheep. And there's always going to be those people. You're never going to convince them otherwise because they're in it for drama. So the drama stuff will always be perpetrated. But the Street Fighter thing and the Rage Quit thing are things that are factually untrue, I feel. And, I think that people are just dumb who believe them. Okay? Baba Booey tipped me $1.30 and says, by accident, I've come across a video where unknown reasons celebrities are bad-mouthing you. Shouldn't we as fans contact wrestling celebs to counter the trolls? Think of it as a fan tribute video. Well, what it is someone apparently went around and paid these celebrities on Cameo, which is this website. Is it Cameo or Cameo? I don't know how to pronounce it. But you pay them to do a webcam video, and they say whatever you tell them to say. So apparently, someone paid a bunch of celebrities to do these videos, thinking that I guess somehow it would have some effect. It had zero. I don't care. I haven't seen a single one of them, nor do I give a shit. But what you're saying is, what if someone paid wrestlers to do positive videos about me and counter the negativity? I mean, I guess that would be kind of funny. Right now, a lot of pro wrestlers are doing Cameo stuff because, they're trying to make a living in a time when a lot of people don't have jobs or they can't wrestle that much. So I guess that would be neat. It would be pretty cool hearing Roman Reigns, someone who I've actually stuck up for over the years in pro wrestling, saying I never thought that he was as bad as people said, and I think that he got the short end of the stick, coming out and doing a video and saying, yeah, I love Darkside Phil. You never heard of me. But that'd be hilarious. Okay, continuing on. Albus Carolus did a 50-bit cherry. Says, you, sir, have been pulling a 200 plus IQ moves and playing 4D chess with the interwebs. Are you evolving? Your tenure and wisdom is showing lately. Big ups to the 12-year legacy. I have no idea what you're talking about, but thanks for the cheer. Video Dan Ranger tipped me $1 and said, you're a cool cat. Did you hear about the new Paper Mario game? Am I playing it? And what about the Saints Row 3 remaster? Yes, I'm playing the new Paper Mario. Absolutely 100%. As for the Saints Row remaster, I don't know when it comes out, so it's a possibility. But obviously, I would be catered more towards something brand new than something that's a remake that I played already. But I'm not ruling it out. Okay. Thank you for the $1 tip. Hold on a second here. Shit. Yeah, I gotta update the tip skull. What does this mean? What? This guy, well, basically this guy, Weatherproof Boy, is basically saying that the tip skull is a farce, I guess, because there was one oopsie and one day we didn't hit $100. In reality, number one, I'm not convinced of that. And number two, I've told you guys that human error can happen at any time. And I would actually guarantee you that in the 80 now streams that we've done, that I've probably screwed up the tips total a million times. And it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal if one stream, supposedly we may have been off by a few dollars. Who gives a fuck? In reality, as I've told you guys, if I had screwed up the math by like, $5, $10 or whatever it was, chances are we would have hit the goal anyway. Someone by the end of the stream would have stepped up and hit the goal for that little amount. It would have been one thing if on one stream, for example, let's say today I accidentally add $60 to the tip skull. Whoops. And somehow, amazingly, no one calls me out for it. No one realizes this. That would be ridiculous. And yeah, if you're that much off, that's crazy. And obviously that's kind of silly and dishonest. But apparently if one stream, when no one noticed during the stream that this happened, that I accidentally had added a few extra dollars to the tips goal, and we hit it and exceeded it anyway, obviously we would have hit it regardless. I never said I'm a flawless guy. I told you guys I'm a flawed guy, and I'm sure I've made many math mistakes. What I'm saying is, it ain't that big of a deal. The positivity continues. So there we go. Excuse me. Snow Carl is innocent. Tipped me $5 and says, I should have been offered a position on their safety board or safety council because I've been attacked by trolls constantly. And, I don't know. I don't even know what this Twitch safety council is. I have no idea. Crap. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what it entails. I didn't get any notification about it. I don't know why people are like talking or freaking out about it. I'm at a loss. I guess I can't really talk about something I don't know anything about. Guitar Player. What's going on, Guitar Player? It's good to see you. And he tipped me $5. He said, are you going to play Saints Row 3 Remastered? So, all right, just answer that. It's a possibility. I don't know for sure. I don't even know when it comes out. But if it comes out this month, it's probably a no because we've got so much other stuff going on already. But I guess we'll see. Okay? Thank you for the tip, and good to see you. Red Dead Redingus? What the fuck does that mean? What's a Redingus? Oh my god. Took me $2. He says, are you going to play another Rare Replay game in the future? Grabbed by the Ghoulies would be great for Halloween. It's short and you liked it when you tried it. Yeah, I've always said that would be something fun to do. I actually really enjoyed it when I was playing it in that Rare Replay collection. And I remember that year, I think I put it up as like, that's something we should do at Halloween, but for whatever reason, it didn't really make it. Like, people didn't really like nominate or vote for it. But it's always a consideration. It's a game I own. It's a no-brainer that maybe one day I would check it out. Honest fan, cheers. I sleep in my blue jeans. I love the feel of denim comforting me. My wife thinks I'm a monster. For me, I always like wearing jeans when I go out. I feel like, having a thicker or tougher material is probably a better idea when you're going out because you never know what you're going to face when you're out there. Walking through a disgusting mud puddle, splashes all over you. If you're wearing, light material, it's going to go right through, get to your skin. Or you never know what you're going to hook on. Some piece of fucking jarring metal. And they get nice tetanus, Or, you never know, a wild bear could just run out of a parking lot out of nowhere and just bite your leg right the fuck off if you're wearing sweatpants. But jeans, you know, you got a chance. You can fight them off. So I only wear jeans when I'm going out. I don't really wear jeans at home. I don't feel they're comfortable enough. I usually, you know, put on shorts or, you know, like pajama pants or sweatpants or something like that when I'm at home. That's my personal preference. Okay? Okay. An anonymous cheerer did a 60-bit cheer, and then an anonymous cheerer did another 60-bit cheer. So thank you very much for the cheers to the anonymous cheerer. Overladen Prince did a 100-bit cheer. He says, they harass your supporters. I got multiple messages on other platforms where I use the same username calling me a simp for supporting you. Just a bunch of no-lows that will never accomplish anything. And that is why every pre-stream I do a PSA telling you guys, you know, I care about you. Please do your best to protect your identities, because these people, as I've said, these people who do that kind of stuff and go out of their way to harass people are only doing it because for some reason there's something broken inside of them. To get pleasure out of harassing someone you don't know and you get no actual positive benefit out of doing this makes no fucking sense, right? Wasting your life, your time, harassing people you don't know and getting nothing out of it is not normal, healthy behavior in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So, you know, I don't know. I agree with you, Overladen Prince. It's just messed up. And I'm sorry that it happens to people. I'm sorry that it happened to you. That's why I try to tell people, you know, do your best to protect your identities. Lil Jackal, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Lil Jackal, for the sub. Bulldoggernaut 668 subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Bulldoggernaut. Excuse me, for the sub. Halfway to Hell's cheer says, you've been consistently attacked by trolls for years. How do you get through the harassment? It's mostly just ignoring it. And basically, as I've told you guys, you know, instituting things now for my own personal protection. Like, for example, I will not, and I forgot to bring this up on the stream today, by the way. I will not be bringing up personal information anymore, like letting you guys know about things about my finances and, you know, things going on behind the scenes like that. I can't anymore because these people have taken it to the next level. You know, let's get Phil in trouble on YouTube. All right, you did that. Been there, done that. That's over with. Let's get Phil in trouble on Twitch. Been there, done that. That's over with. All right, let's try to screw up Phil's Patreon. Let's try to screw up the, sponsorship opportunities for Phil. Oh, now we can't do that stuff anymore. Now let's try to ruin Phil's personal life by taking things he said and done in videos, vlogs and stuff over the years, and let's try to, like, harass him. Like, let's try to turn his power off during the day. That'd be hilarious. Shutting off Phil's electricity, you know, in the middle of the summer when he needs air conditioning. Let's just shut everything off on him, right? Let's lie and do this and do that. And people have done all this messed up stuff to me, you know? So, my philosophy is you don't really bring it up. You don't really let it get to you. You just, I just focus on the positivity of my streams here. That's what I'm here for. You guys, hanging out with you and having a good time. Let them do what they're going to do on the outside, and I can't control it. And, you know, just have a good time with life and ignore that shit, you know. And now, you know, taking new precautions to protect myself, you know, that I have to, it's just another thing, right? Evil Green Ranger cheered. He says, good morning. A suggestion for choosing a game for the 100 vest streak. You should do a poll and see what's most popular. Thanks for great content. Or thanks for keeping up great content. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And I don't know if people would want to see something multiplayer or see something return. Well, I don't know. All right, I want suggestions. And yeah, more than likely, if we get a bunch of suggestions that are popular, maybe we'll do a poll between them. We'll see, okay? All right. All right, guys. Thank you to the top cheers of the week. First of all, we have a tie for 9th place between Pepsi Sniffer and Ninstar Room. In 8th place, we got Spartan King. 7th place is Noah Taylor. 6th place, Spurger King Whopper. 5th place, the Evil Green Ranger. 4th place, Alrighty Kevin. And that's actually a tie for 3rd place with Genova Calamity. 2nd place is Crapcock, and 1st place, Freddie B. Cardi. So thank you guys for the cheers. I appreciate that. Thank you to the following people who gifted subscriptions this week. We've got I Killed Phil 4x8, Albus Carolus, Pepsi Sniffer, Golden Nobles, Burger King Whopper, and Lunaba, who each gifted a single subscription. And then we got the following people who each gifted 2. Kyle, Crapcock, Beastbot, and Yidden. So thank you guys for your contributions this week. All right, I guess, guys, what we're going to do now, we're going to take a break. I got to use the restroom before we actually start here with Daymare. So let's take about a few minutes break. I guess I could play some music for you guys. And I'll be back with Daymare 1998 premiering. We'll see what it's all about. Hopefully it's good. If not, I guess we can laugh together how bad it is. All right, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you for the support. And I'll see. Oh, and Albus Careless cheered, said, wait a minute. All right, thank you, Albus Careless, for the cheer. I'll be back. See you in a few.